A lot to cover. Let's start off with the bump stops. These are original. Look at these things. Totally fried. I mean, totally jacked up. If you guys are buying an H2, seriously, get your bump stops replaced. It's not that bad. I did install kryptonite bump stops on this H2. For a lot of you guys, your H2 is actually going to be leaning forward like this, and you're not going to realize it. And once you install the new bump stops, it's going to pull it up and make it flat. So I put in the kryptonite ones. They're like 50 bucks. Really great upgrade. I had installed on the yellow one up top, I had installed like the Amazon brand or an Amazon brand or whatever. They got the job done and they do a good job. However, the kryptonite ones are just a little beefier. I like them. Pro tip when it comes to installing these, they don't go this way, they go this way. Jack up the vehicle underneath the H2 right around here. I bought a 3.5 ton jack off of Vance Auto Parts. It was like 225 bucks. Really happy with that price. I've always had success with diehard products. When it comes to installing these, just tilt the wheels one direction. You can install these from the front or from the rear of the tire or the front of the tire. Yeah, get those installed and you're going to be a happy camper. Trust me. What a huge upgrade when it comes to actually driving down the road. The vehicle is just, it's so much more stable. It just feels so much better. A couple other things that I had done. I had a mechanic check out the brakes, flush the fluid. The brake pad or a brake pad or multiple brake pads were installed incorrectly, he was telling me. Now when I hit the brakes, the vehicle actually stops. So that squishy feeling in the brakes has been fixed. Stabilizer links, stabilizer bar, idler arm, bushings. There was tons of bushings that were completely fried on the front of the H2. It was about $800 in parts and like $1,200 in labor, 2 Gs. It's nice. I'll tell you, boys and girls, when I'm driving this H2 now, brakes work, which is fantastic, but that play that was in the steering wheel has been completely eliminated. I mean, it's sweet. As good as it was, once I installed the bump stops after the mechanic fixed up the H2, the vehicle was running even better. So seriously, do not overlook your bump stops. It's just such a major improvement. Okay, coming up top right here, there was a blockage in here. It was like pink goo. So I took these 2 cowls off, popped them off, popped the center cowl off. And when I popped this line off, I ran the fluid through. When I ran the fluid through, it was coming out with good power. So I knew there was an actual blockage in the line. The blockage was up top in here. So I took a toothpick and some brake cleaner and I cleaned the crap out of it. Now I do get windshield wiper fluid on the driver's side, so that's very nice. Also, I installed new wiper blades. You can take a look at these bad boys. These things are really beefy. They actually have like a special lining for snow and slush, so that's definitely going to come in handy. An issue I ran into when reinstalling the cowls, there are metal brackets that popped off with the whole piece. So when you went to go put the piece back on, it wasn't setting correctly. There's a part right here and like a part right here that sets in the back. I ended up just popping off the metal tabs and then placing it back on. It was really frustrating to get that back together. Front diff, that's been changed in the rear diff. The front diff, to change that, it's right here on the driver's side. Really simple, really easy to access. On the rear, it's a little trickier. The fill plug is facing this way, facing us. The drain plug is on the opposite end. Now, I was able to use a crawler. You don't have to take the steps off and get inside the vehicle or underneath the vehicle and drain the fluid. It was blacker than the ace of spades. I also drained the oil, put in motor flush, and it really cleaned out the system well. Next, really objective needs to be completed is the airbags need to be replaced. There is a leak in the rear, so I'm currently assessing how I want to tackle the two air. You can see it's down a little bit right now. I drove it a little bit last night, so that is definitely next on the agenda. What else do I have for you guys? The vehicle is drivable. I mean, it's incredible. Okay, what else do I have for you guys in the interior? So these caps I want to talk about, you can see these caps are fried, totally broken off. Now this one doesn't come with a cap. It has like a push-in cap. I actually just tossed it inside here, but I got to replace those two. It looks like crap. All right, what happens is that on the original, it'll say 24 volt or 24 V, and the caps snap. So on the rear, there's a bolt up top, one right here, and there's going to be one here and one here inside that black tray. It can be a real pain to get to, and then that pops off. The one cap was totally jacked off, so again, that's more or less cosmetically. That's going to need to be fixed. But overall, let me tell you guys, this H2, it is coming along and it's coming alive. Biggest thing is when you guys get one of these H2s, is you just got to slowly chip away at it. It can be, what's the word I'm looking for? Overwhelming when you kind of look at it and you say, oh my God, I got to do this. Yeah, you do. However, you just piecemeal it. And that's what I've been slowly, doing on this H2. One day I changed the front diff. A week later I changed the rear diff. For me, I got to change the transfer case. These bags, I'm going to look into it, research it. So in the meantime, what I went in is I've gone in, I've adjusted settings. I've looked online. I found places where I can find chrome, for the front and chrome for the side right here. So that's, I got the vehicle inspected. So piecemealing it is, definitely the way to go. And I'll tell you guys, this H2 is an absolute beast. I, for the first time, had the rear window down. I had the moonroof open. Absolutely incredible. I mean, I can only describe it as being in a, convertible on the road. It was an incredible experience. Compared to don't want to get too far ahead or jump off topic, but compared to the other one that's got coil, the airbag suspension is, I want to say it's a touch nicer right now, but it's so close you really can't even tell. You got to have a lot of miles on you to definitely feel the difference. What else did I want to share with you guys? Oh, air in your tires. There's a good one. Let's not overlook that. Definitely check your tire pressure. I fired up my compressor, and I think one of these tires is at like 20 PSI. These tires should be at 38 PSI. I believe that's what the rating is. So some people put them at 38, 39, 40. All my tires were low. You guys got to understand that for most people, when it comes to maintenance on their vehicle, they change the oil, and that's about it. All right. So if you're following this series and you're somebody out there planning on buying an H2, understand that part of the process is going to be, you can see what I'm going through, catch-up maintenance. I'm, fixing up a couple things here, fixing up a couple things there. I got new headlights installed. I installed those. So at nighttime, you can actually see when you turn on your high beams. So we're slowly chipping away at it. So the next target is those two airbags in the rear. Once the weather breaks in the summertime, we're gonna drop the fuel tank, install a new fuel pump. It's actually running pretty well right now, but again, in all likelihood, it's the original. It could be rusted out. We're gonna be dropping the fuel tank anyway to check for rust. So you might as well have the Delphi pump, the O-ring set up to change it out. I have noticed that some of the brake lines that rusted on this H2 are still on the vehicle. They did install a new set of brake lines. One of the brake lines in the rear, they did a really crap job. It's like runs like this. Like literally, I'm not exaggerating. It's like one massive S. That likely will need to be addressed. It looks like crap. Cleaning off some of those old brake lines, de-rusting, powder coating, cleaning the vehicle, getting those LEDs, getting those lights on the roof, 2 LEDs, sealing potential water leaks on the roof, taking off all the trim, so getting dirt out from underneath the trim, painting the front and the rear. So you guys can see, finding a tonneau cover, replacing that, potentially replacing those rock bars. I'm not sure how damaged they are. I think overall I probably could get away with them. That's what I'll likely do. But it's great, guys. What an incredible experience. If you're somebody out there who's planning on buying one of these H2s, let me tell you guys, it's going to be one of the best decisions you ever make.